What's up, family? Jamie here. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. I'm at this ranch right here, and the signal is not strong. It looks like it's stronger now. But I want to do my review for today, August 29th, of the charts. And I'm just showing this website here because it's a beautiful ranch, um, like conference venue. I'm actually sitting right here, right here. That's where I'm sitting. Um, where you can have like retreats, and it's just in the woods, and the accommodations are great. The food is excellent. If you were ever looking for a place in Northern California to have an event, that's where you're surrounded by nature. This is a really great place. So I say that to say, like, I'm sitting in front of this pool. There's a lot of foot traffic where I am, but this is the strongest place that I can have a signal. So hopefully the Zoom noise cancellation is cutting down on all the background noise, and I can just do my review because I don't want to get too far behind. So that's that. I do want to say that my numbering is off on my daily review. I don't know how it got off. It doesn't make any sense to me. I haven't missed a day. I don't know. I couldn't have forgot to upload a review, but um, technically I'm supposed to be on day 21, and I'm on day 20 according to this. So I don't know what happened, but there you have it. Like I did it every day. So I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. So whatever. Still, all the days that I've tested, however many days it's been, I've seen the 2022 YouTube model. I wanted to talk about this gap from yesterday because this was the gap that I was looking at in my review from yesterday. But when I watched ICT's 2024 mentorship yesterday, um, I was like, um, oh, okay, I get it. So what he talks about is looking for the first fair value gap that forms after 9:30. So it couldn't be this candle because this is the open. So what he identified was the fair value gap was this fair value gap. So I get it. What he didn't talk about is I kind of dozed off because I was like watching it when I was going to bed last, or trying. I couldn't sleep, so I was like listening, and I was kind of dozing off. Um, so he identified this fair value gap, and actually in his 2024, okay, everybody's singing, man. In his 2024 mentorship, technically we should be marking this fair value gap like that. So I got to go back in his recording from yesterday to see if he marked it like that, because usually we mark a fair value gap like that, but he introduced in the 2024 mentorship, you should mark it like that. So I got to go look at that. But what he didn't talk about is with in that same vein, we should mark this like that, right? But what he didn't talk about, I don't believe he talked about, is this right here is also BPR, balanced price range. So for what it's worth, um, just because we can see so many different things on the charts and people see what they see. I defer to him because he's my mentor. But, this is what I was focused on, was this inversion fair value gap yesterday. I didn't even see this fair value gap right here. I'm just now getting into watching for the 9:30 fair value gap. I know Trader Tim has been talking about that for a very long time. So, but I really, that's just another thing that's on my checklist that I need to integrate into my analysis. So that's for yesterday. I don't want to spend too much time on this chart or this video, but I just want to show this again. I'm back testing or forward testing the 2022 YouTube model for my journal. I'm doing it for the entire month of August, and I've seen it every day. And usually I look between the hours of 7 and 11 a.m. Because those are the windows where I want to trade. And so I'm just showing this daily chart so I can see like where we are in the grand scheme of things on the daily chart. And then I want to point out down here that I'm not going to go to the 4-hour chart, but this is a 4-hour BPR down here. And then there's also a 4-hour order block in here. So I want to point out that that's where price reacted to today. And then also, we filled a fair value gap, a daily fair value gap. So we can often see price turnaround after a fair value gap has been, the price has been balanced. So, with all that in mind, if I was trading today, again, this is all hindsight. Like I'm at this retreat center. I didn't look at it until I think after it printed. But if I would have woken up this morning and saw we had this gap down, this fair value gap fill, this reaction to this BPR, I believe that my bias would have been bullish. So then it's a matter of going down. I'm just going to go to the 1 hour chart, I mean the 1 minute chart, because that's where I saw the setup. There might be some things on lower time frames, but that's just what I'm going to go to for today. Um, and for the push up, and oh, my the initial draw on liquidity I would have had as previous day low. When this candle closed, my draw on liquidity would be the low of this candle, because we closed below the low of this candle. So by the time I woke up, that objective had been met. So then I would have been like, okay, what's the premium PD array that I can target on the upside? And you got the previous day high is always a nice target, and as it turns out, that's where we went. So if I go over here, and this is just what's beautiful about what ICT is teaching us. Number one, the time, time and price, like time, the way it was stacked above key time levels, kind of let us know that we were bullish. And so we were stacked there. And then I'm gonna go to my, oh, I forgot, my bad. I'm gonna go to my trading window and put up my box from 11, I mean 7 up to here. This would have been a phenomenal trade. I can't wait till I'm back in. You doing any work over here? Just doing some charting real quick. So this is my window right here, and where I have the opportunity, and oh my God, look at this, how beautiful this is. So if I go to the 1 minute chart inside of that gray box, that's where I would be looking for my setup. And that's where I would be looking for a bullish setup. And what's nice about this is, let's go to our 9:30 open is here. So this was like the manipulation down, and really, oh, I was gonna say there's a 2022 model right there, but I wouldn't have messed with that because we didn't get a market structure shift here. This is tricky because did it go up, give us a market structure shift here, and then drop down into the fair value gap? Maybe, maybe. Because it's all the elements are there. It could have been like Zoop, market structure shift, Zoop, getting the fair value gap. So I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. No, oh, I'll take it as it's an acceptable entry, but I don't know that I would take it because I probably would have been like, I don't know. So then what he says is after 9:30, we want to look for the first fair value gap. I think he says after 9:31, because we open here 9:31, but this is the fair value gap here. So this is a little tricky for me because, oops, what happened is this fair value gap right here is the one that held up. That's a little tricky. Look how the body's closed above it. So I would have been expecting it to come down here. So I got to make sure I understand. I think he says the first fair value gap that forms after 9:31. I think that's what he says. So this is 9:31. This is a first fair value gap after 9:31. So I got to go with that. I got to go with that. That's my understanding. So what's beautiful here is here off of this gap right here. And I'm going to say it's this one, especially because look how price came to it, left, came back down, couldn't quite get to it, came in this order block, boom, went up there, left this up here as relative equal highs because this is previous day high. So it's like, why you didn't come up here and take this out? Oh, you want to stop everybody out of their long positions, come down here and run these stops here. They run these stops there, run those stops there, and then go to target. But look at this beautiful, 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 beautiful 2022 YouTube model right there. This is all I need in my life. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at that? Look at that. I'm gonna say that since we ran these stops over here, I'm gonna go with that. So, oops, bullish stop rate. So I'm gonna go with that. Like we got our stop rate, we got our market structure shift, we got our fair value gap. This right here, I believe he would call the institutional order flow entry drill, and then you take it straight up. Golly, let's see, let's see. You know, my risk tolerance is 500, right? So let's see what we would be looking like with a $500 um risk tolerance. $500. This is not where my stop is supposed to be. It should be below this candle or below this candle, but you know, that's what I want to risk. And then I take it up to my target, which was that. That's like $5,000 and 1025 to 1050. What is that? 25 minutes? Yes. Ooh, that's a good day's work. That's a good day's work. And that's just that entry there. That's not taken into consider this one here. You know, that's not even taken into consideration. And this is probably an OTE right here too. Let's look. Let's look. Let's look. Knowing that we let God, my let me see if I took that low and I took this high. Look at that. OTE. OTE off of the 932 fair value gap. Baby, baby, that's beautiful. Golly. So that's that. Like either, you know, I'm getting in I mean, we had a bunch of 20 like this down here. Here's an entry down here for the 2022 YouTube model. Here's where, you know, you can add more contracts. Um then we got over here stop rate, market structure shift, came into the fair value, boom. You know, if you have the awareness of this fair value gap and know it should provide support, then you could just, you know, take risk off the table, lock profit in, maybe move your stop right below the 786 and just let it cook. So let's see if we would have gotten in down here and was just like brave, like, yeah, we're going to take it. Not only we're going to take it, we're going to get in at the 50% of the fair value gap. And we're going to risk $500. We're going to take it up to our target. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. And then what I noticed, the key times that we have studied in Sunday study group, this was all a consolidation in those key times, but I'm not going to be looking at times from the previous day. I just can't. It's too much to look at. Um, and then, you know, my day is over then. You know, that's it. I made $8,000. I'm going on about my day. And you know, imagine if I increase my risk tolerance at some point to you know, $1,000, you know, get the same entry, risk $1,000. It's $16,000 a day. You know what I mean? I'm off for the rest of the month. Like, you know, what else do I want? So that is it for my review today. I will end it here. Thank you very much for watching and have a nice day. Tomorrow is my last day. Woo-hoo! I get to push buttons next week, so I'll work on sharing those too. So actual execution. So it's not just, all about, forward testing. I can actually start to show execution. All right, so that's it. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.